Mana mana dee 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 dee. Mana mana dee 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 dee. Mana mana dee 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 dee. Hey everybody. Actually, I don't know if there's any bodies out here yet as I'm just tuning in. It looks like I thought my head was being chopped off. Hey, so just me today. Susie's not in the studio, so I have things kind of set up funky. And I'm going to switch over to chat so I can see if people are popping on. And I know what's going on. So you're going to get a full face in the camera here. And chat. Hello, hello. Oh, nice. So where are my glasses? Can you hear me? Can you hear me calling? I got to put on my glasses to see. Leanne, are you with me, my friend? Oh, I see you. Can you hear me, Leanne? Mana mana. Dee 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 dee. I can't read the chat today, and usually it's so small over there. Oh, Leanne says she can see me. But ladies, joiners, Tuesday Tribe, can you also hear me? That always seems to be the trouble. Good morning. Good morning. Hello from sunny Florida. Hello from Oklahoma. Colleen and Vicki, and so good for all of you to be here this morning. If you can hear me, let me know because there we go. Hi, everybody. Oh, good. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Beth. Oh, gosh. I'm so glad you guys are here with me today. It's a very exciting Tuesday Live. Well, I don't know that it's an exciting, they're all exciting, I guess. But today we have some big announcements about what's going on next week. Probably be kind of a short day today because I have a lot of prep work to do to get ready for next week and some, get all my stuff done. But we do have just a couple of questions. And there we go. Leanne's with us. So usually I have both Leanne and Susie helping me with questions because I can't actually see the chat on the screen. So if you have a question today, please be patient. If we don't get to it right away or we miss it, feel free to repost it because there is just one person watching the feed today. Okay, what do we want to start with? Do we want to start with some big announcements? Woo woo! First thing tonight is Suzanne Runyon HSN live event, and these are really fun events. They start at 9:30 Pacific time. They're on facebook.com/HSN. And it's just Suzanne with a little bit more time dedicated to crafting, where she really gets to talk more, about products than we do during a normal craft day, right? When they're kind of moving through things really quickly on HSN. So 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, HSN, facebook.com/HSN. I hope you'll join us there. I think that it gets cross broadcast onto the Totally Tiffany Facebook page as well. But I've always been on. I've not been a watcher, so I don't know for sure, but I know you can see it at HSN, facebook.com/HSN. Excuse me. All right. What other big news do we have? Julie Hunt has asked about the 3-drawer storage and supply case, and I still do not have a definitive answer from the crew at HS or at Crafter's Companion about when that will be available on our website. But it is just kind of waiting in the wings, right? I know all of you are probably tired of hearing about supply chain issues and how long it takes to get things, but it's definitely something that we're working on and is headed our way. Another really exciting thing is that next week is our birthday. We're going to be 19, and there are tons of great specials going on all week. And the cool thing about them is all of the specials are going to be available starting Monday. So you don't have to wait. Each day we're going to feature a different line of products and give more information about each line of products and kind of take a product focus throughout the week. But all of the specials are available all week long. So that's really exciting. Now, there's some posts up on Facebook and probably Instagram about getting the information first. So if you want to be on the Get It First email list, there'll be an email that goes out first to all those people who signed up for that list. And then there'll be an email that goes out a couple hours later in the day. So as soon as the products go live on Monday morning in the UK, the email will go out to the people who've signed up asking for the I Want to Know First list. So if you want to do that, you definitely want to pop on over to the Get Tiffany page on Facebook and sign up for being first to know what's going on. All right, so let's see. Question. What do I do with pieces of a project that are usable, but they're not really scraps? And where do I store them? How do I use them? This is from Kelly in Vancouver. And put them in your 4-section system, Kelly. So I pulled this section from my scrap rack. Some of you have already seen this example, but it is exactly what she was asking about. What do I do with pieces of a project that are useful? So as you remember in our craft group, we made these really cool Valentine banners. Well, these are all the pieces. Well, I'm going to show you. These are not all, but these are some of the pieces. These are easier to pull them out. These are all bits and pieces that were cut out for the banners, right? That I was potentially going to use on those Valentine cards and on the Valentine's banner. And all I did was, and here's some bigger. Okay, here's the banner ones, right? So there's some other pieces, so these are pieces that I completed, and I thought they were going to hang in my banner, and I ended up not using them. Right, here's a little shaker piece, another shaker piece. So I did a bunch of these as examples for the Sassy Crafters Club. And so that's why I have so many, but I only made a couple of banners as cards or gifts for Valentine's Day. So I had these extra pieces. I just put them right into the Valentine's Day section of my scrap rack. And that way next year, when I'm making Valentine cards or banners again, whatever I'm doing, they're already there. They're already done, right? So even this is kind of a big one with the heart sticking off the side. I just put it in that pocket and let that heart stick up out of the pocket. But now those pieces that are completed, they're right there. Obviously, they're ready to use, and you're going to get the best use out of them. I really recommend that you don't store completed those kinds of things separately, because you'll forget that you have them. So even if one of the common things we talk about is taking a class, and doing a layout in a class or a card base in a class and not having anybody to send the card to right away, or not having any pictures to go on that layout that you did right away. So if the layout is a birthday layout or a holiday layout, or maybe it's sports centered, maybe it's just colors, maybe the layout is just different shades of blue, or blue's the primary color, put it right into your 4-section system. So as you're flipping through, you're going to see that page or that card blank or whatever it is that fits in that category, and then you're actually going to use it. But if you store those things separately, like these pieces from the Valentine's banners, if they're stored separately, then first thing you have to do is remember that you did them. And the second thing you have to do is remember where you put them. And that is always the great big challenge, right? So try to combine and conquer, keep things together you use together, put them in places where you're actually going to see them. Well, they'll pop up for you and you're going to use them. So thanks, Kelly, for asking that question. Speaking of the Sassy Crafters, I know one of the questions I get asked regularly is, do I really craft? And so those of you who are regularly here for Tuesday Live, you know that this little craft club that I started with my mom called the Sassy Crafters Club, that we meet once a month and we do different types of crafting. And so I just thought I'd share with you what we're doing this month, because I'm also going to share with you sort of how I organize myself getting ready for it. So my mom, for those of you who don't know, my mom and I started craft club, and we do kind of all the prep work. The ladies make suggestions about different things they want to learn, and then we find projects and put everything together, and we teach the class as best we can and do this project every month. So this month we are doing these really pretty I'm going to try to keep it out of the light. So, and we always do 2 different examples. So this is mine and this is my mom's. So we are doing this, what I call paper glass work, this week or this month in Sassy Crafters. And one of the things about this technique, and I'm going to get away from the camera for a minute, is that now with Sassy Crafters, what we're trying to do is expose the ladies in the group to different types of crafting and different things, right? So if my sister's watching today, she's going to get a sneak preview of her Easter card. So we made the banners for February and the Valentine banners. And so now, one of our goals is to, say, how do we take these skills? It's kind of something I talk about here, right? Front of mind, front of desk. Like, what are you working on? How do we take this skill set and translate it into other things? So we did the banners, like I said, last month. So this is another same technique as in the framed pieces, but this is going to be, I can't hold it all up together. This is going to be at one end. This is going to be at the other end, my little flowers here. And then I've got these same little eggs, my little Easter eggs. Those will be hanging from the Happy Easter sign. Like that, right? Kind of cutely. That's going to be my sister's Easter card this year. So combining what we did last month skill-wise with what we did this month to create a whole another project. But so that is our Sassy Crafter gig for this month, right? We're starting with cactus die cuts or cactus cuts from Cricut. Okay, how does this all tie into organizing? Well, when I'm doing this, setting up for Sassy Crafters with my mom, and I started putting this away, so everything's not in here anymore. And then I thought, oh, I need to show this in class tomorrow. So for this project, I popped up a craft and carry workstation, and then all my Cricut tools, scissors, Mod Podge paintbrush, the vinyl that I'm using to cut, right? I have to do these for 25 people that are in our group, all the different tools. I also had to cut this for everybody. The transfer paper, but as I'm working, and of course, I've always got that pop-up trash can everywhere I go. So the craft and carry workstation, maybe outside of what you would normally consider it for, but even doing something on your Cricut where you just need those Cricut tools, the vinyl that you're working with, and you could do multiple rolls of vinyl across there, your paper trimmer, all those kind of basic things in your craft and carry workstation. That's going to be a way to keep that area clean and organized while you're working. Have a place to store your finished cut out things while you're waiting to put everything together in that project. So I just thought it was kind of fun as I was like, oh, I should show how I'm using this. Then that led me to one other thing that I do, which is also exciting news. Oh, I better okay. I need to make sure that I'm not skipping any questions here from Leanne in the group here. So Cindy Sutherland. Hi, Cindy. I haven't seen your name pop up in a while. I'm so glad you're with us today. Cindy Sutherland says, every time I try to remove stuff from my hang and hold pocket or the other organizers come off the bar. Operator error. Huh. What? Here's my hang and hold. So there's my water one. There's my cup holder. There's my final one. So I'm going to put it back on. I'm wondering when you put it on. So first thing, the cup holder, I know some people have their little tabs from the cup holder over this part, and they don't. So I have subbed out my tool bucket because I have this big fat water glass, right? So it fits better in there than like a water bottle fits in here. But some people, when they put this on, the tool bucket, they put this tab over the back, and that makes it really tight on the bar, which would kind of make you sort of have to jiggle it off. So if your cup holder is like that, just rotate it around and connect it outside of the bar. I have not had that problem with clipping things off and on. Now, Here's another one. I wonder, so I guess Cindy, my friend, my longtime Tuesday Tribe member, Cindy, I don't know. I'm not replicating the error. So I just wonder too, if maybe, like I've had mine for a long time. And so these tabs of fabric are pressed pretty flat against that bar. So maybe if your fabric is new and kind of fluffy, it might just be a little bit thick if that's what's grabbing the bar. If you take a look at it and you put it on. So you have to put it on. So I'm not sure. I will try though. Like this one's not loaded, but my tool bucket was loaded when I started pulling off and on, and my water glass is loaded, and my bin is loaded. I don't have a good answer, but I am going to see if I have some new versions of this and see if it's maybe that fabric. So in the interim, Cindy, maybe if you pull those tabs off and press them flat, I mean, that's the only thing I can think that it's hard to get off and on the bar. So it's kind of, I don't know. I can't replicate it at the moment, but I'm going to give it a try and see if I can, definitely. Because they're so handy. And really, you know, I'm constantly swapping my pieces out. I even have one over, there's a mirror there so I can check to make sure I don't have crazy hair or anything. And then I have one of them set there with like hairspray and a hairbrush and that kind of stuff in it. It seems I don't have that problem there either, but mine have been in use a long time. So that fabric is pressed flat. And that is the only reason I can see when they would kind of, I don't know, stick on the bar. So you'd be kind of jiggling them and other things would pop off. Don't know. I don't like that. I don't like it when I don't know. I'm going to make a note about that. Linda Landis says, which buddy bag holds the most regular size distress ink pads, and how would you store the corresponding blending foam? Great question. Sorry, I got to make a note about this for Cindy. I can see if I can figure that out. Oh, my friend Tim Holtz, where are you? So how many distress inks do you have is going to be the first question. And then the second question is, well, that's the first question. The only question. If you have, so this is the Edna bag. So Edna or Merle will hold 19 distress inks in the square size, right? The standard square size. They will, oh, sorry, I'm not supposed to sneak information out, but you know, there could be something new coming just for this size ink pad. But they do fit in the Edna bag. They do fit in the Merle bag, 18 or to 19 in a bag. If you have less, you can also use the, help me here, help my brain. This one, Irene, just in case. So you can also use Irene. And I think you can get 10 in an Irene buddy bag. And then you can stand them if you want to keep them flat. Now, some of you already have heard me say this, but learn from my mistakes, right? I added labels to the front of each of the colors so that I knew what color they were in the stack. And if I was going to do that again, because Tim Holtz recommends that you store your inks upside down, if I was going to label them again, I would put the labels on upside down. So when I was storing those inks upside down, the words were right side up on that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11, you could get 12 in there if you wanted to cram them in. I like to leave a little finger room. And then corresponding, let me get one. Hang on. This is when I don't have Susie. I have to go off and on, looking for things and such. So if you are using, which I'm assuming you are, hey, I can't get mine off that thing here. All right, I just peeled it off the Velcro. Okay, that's a bad example because I can't get it off. Let me put on my glasses. I might have to go get a different one. Okay, stay with me. Stay with me. I think this one was put on there incorrectly, and now it's not coming off. There we go. Okay. So, blending pad that matches your ink pad. I'm going to tell you to take that blending pad. Oop, don't put it there. Can you do that? Oh, no. Okay, so some of the bases are big enough for you to put the ink pad in the bottom of the base. Stephanie Bernard's old rectangle ink pads, they fit perfectly in the base. If you can't store them that way, which you can't, obviously, in the Tim Holtz ones, then I would say take that blending pad and just put it down the side of your buddy bag facing out, okay? You might want to write on the back side of it what color is, or some other label so you know exactly which color it is. But I would just go up one side and down the other. Same thing you could do here, up one side and down the other inside the bag, because even if that ink rubs off on the inside piece of the bag right there, you can just, it's plastic, so you can just wipe off the inside of the bag. But that way you could just line them up across, down. You'd be able to get all of them in there for those 18 or 19 ink pads, and then you'll just be able to see them around the outside. So just adding a label to them, and that could probably be easily done with a silver Sharpie. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with the benefits of a silver Sharpie marker, they work great for labeling things like this that are black, right? So whether you give it a number or you write the name on there to tie the two things together, that would be an easy way to store those blending pads right along, keep them flat. And then again, if there's still ink on them and it gets on the bag, it doesn't matter because you're going to be able to wipe it right off. Whoa. All right, but my big tip, write the names upside down so that when you store your ink pads upside down, the names are right side up. All right, let me put this away real quick. I'm making a bigger mess. That's always what happens, right? At the end of Tuesday Live, my work desk here is always just la 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 la. If you love powder puff inks, chalking inks, like I do, the Irene bag is your girl for those. If you're looking for storage for those, so put these back in here. She'll hold 16, if is that right? No. Oh, yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 chalking inks in Irene bag. Okay, next up. The next question is Scrapping Goddess. Any idea when the Kirsten Buddy Bag will be back in stock? I actually don't know when the Kirsten Buddy Bag will be back in stock, but I will take a look for it and see. Now, it may be, and if you've checked already, or Scrapping Goddess may be available on scrapbook.com or the stampsoflife.com. Either one of those places is going to have it. If Stephanie has it on the Stamps of Life, she's got it. She'll have it in both black and pink. And this may be a spoiler alert. Should we call Stephanie? Or maybe someone knows. Barb probably knows. Did Stephanie release any buddy bag bundles recently? Have you seen anything like that from her? Just asking, just curious. So Barb, if that is the case, let us know. And, well, you know what? I'm just going to take a side trip here like Susie would normally do. And I'm going to look and see if those are in stock. Stamps of Life, the Kirsten Buddy Bag. Oh, of course, there we go. Okay. So if you go to Stamps of Life and in her drop down, which isn't dropping down for me at the moment, you click on Totally Tiffany Organization. Let's see, my drop down isn't working. Oh, there we go. Shop. I'm going to tell you how to navigate Stephanie's site. Categories. Susie is so much better at this than I am. It's crazy. Let's see. I'm sorry. I know it's kind of a pain when she's not here to help me with all this stuff. Okay. Does she have the Kirsten bag? She has the Karen. Dun, dun, dun. More on the way, it says. She does have the, oh, that's Karen also. She does have the pink one. It's a limited edition, of course, on her site. And I'm going to, I might be in some trouble for sort of spoiling that, but I'm going to call her and see if she'll pick up her phone, because I want to know if she's got something going on here special for you guys. So let's call her. Oh, Stephanie. Can you guys hear her on my little mic? See if she picks up. She just came back from Mexico. She's been on vacation, so she may be buried in work and not answering her phone. That would be sad for us.
Hi, you've reached.
All right, we'll see if she calls back. Maybe she'll see the call and then she'll give us a ring back. But I think, spoiler alert, she's going to have something really special coming up on her website that includes the Kirsten bag, if I am correct. So hang with us on that, and we will make sure that you get the scoop on that as well. Jackie Carroll asks, has the Scrap Rack expansion base been discontinued? It's always out of stock, and I can't seem to get an answer as to when it will be back. Not to my knowledge, and I'm going to see if maybe Leanne can, I know Leon's busy trying to monitor the chat too. No, we should have the expansion base, and it should be available right now. So I will check into it. Jackie, are you UK or US? And we'll see what I can do for you. So if you can post that, well, I'll check on both, and I'll get a post up on Facebook, maybe in this feed after the event with the link to the expansion base. Unless, of course, Leanne, you have time to check on that and post some links. That'd be great too. Linda says, how do you recommend cataloging Creative Memories recipe templates to avoid duplication and ease of reference? So I am thinking that what you are talking about, let's see if I have one here, when you say recipe, is the instruction sheets. No, I do not. For them. And I don't know enough about them, to be honest with you. I know I have a couple like layout ideas. Particularly one that I'm thinking about is a gift that Terry Wiegand sent me. Thank you, Terry. That was a collection of Thanksgiving products, and if the recipe card are the instructions for that. And I think that probably the biggest challenge is that just because it's a Thanksgiving layout doesn't mean it can only be for Thanksgiving, right? If you're looking at a layout dimensionally, like this has 3 pictures or 5 pictures, and you don't have to use the turkey, but the rest of the color and the blocking and the matting and those types of things are actual, could be any layout. And so in that case, I think probably the best thing to do is just literally create a notebook of those things, or a catalog if you're using your Scrap Rack of those things. And maybe you might have to, you probably definitely have to duplicate them. Like make a photocopy and put it in multiple sections. But I would do the same thing. If it's particular to Thanksgiving, I would do Thanksgiving layouts, but that double page layout or that single page layout might be a 3 photo layout or a 5 photo layout. And I think that that's probably the bigger factor, right? How many pictures do you have to put on that layout? And you want to see layouts that are for 5 pictures or 3 pictures or 2 pictures. And that might be the best way to catalog them. And then things that are really specific to holidays, events, birthday, sentiments, you may want to have a second section. But I think the primary layout issues are along the lines of how many pictures do I have to put into this layout, whether it's a double page or single page spread. Now, I am recalling that from that Thanksgiving kit that had what I think you're calling a recipe card, the instructions of different ways to use the products. So that's what I would recommend, specific to a holiday where you want to remember it as a holiday layout, put it in holiday, and then photocopy it and put it in, this is a 2-page spread or 4-page or 6-page. So if that doesn't make sense for what you're talking about, please, please, please give me some more information. And also, Terry Wiegand, if you're on today, Terry may also have some great suggestions for that as well. She's been involved with Creative Memories for years and years. She knows it all. Okay, so next exciting thing, and Leanne is going to post up a link to this. Do I want to do this now or do I want to save it for the last? Oh, I'm going to save it for the last. Okay, I'm going to save it for last. Sorry. Okay, vinyl roll organizer sleeves are back in stock. If you don't know what they are these little clear plastic sleeves that go around your vinyl after you take it out of the package to keep it rolled up nice and neat and keep your scraps with your vinyl. And some of us roll up our instructions for different types of vinyl and put them in the tube as well. You can, oh, here we go. So this tells me what kind of vinyl it is and what, heat settings and that type of thing to use it with. And so I'll just drop that in the middle of the tube as well so that I have everything together when I am actually ready to use that product. Okay, tricks for using. So these have been out of stock for a long time. They're back in stock on the Totally Tiffany website, sets of 30. They come in packs of 30. And I just want to give you a couple of tips on those. So first of all, first tip is when you roll up your vinyl to put it in there, you're going to roll up your vinyl tighter than the diameter of the tube. And when you drop it in, some of them unroll themselves and fill the tube like this one just did. If yours doesn't, just put your finger in there and reverse the roll and it'll expand out and fill the tube, right? So again, you can put your scraps in there right with this. I like to put my scraps on the front, the bigger scraps. So if they're longer, otherwise I'm going to use a scrap pocket, but if they're longer, I like to roll them around the front so I can see that I have those scraps right there with that product. I know some people like to roll them up in the inside, whatever you prefer. For me, I always want to see everything. That's my niche. That's my thing, my shtick. Okay, so vinyl roll sleeves, perfect for vinyl rolls, but also great for other things. So these are craft mats, right? If you're using craft mats, these are the Teflon, is that what it's called? Teflon craft mats, and they're kind of a pain to store, and rolling them is kind of the best way to do it. So I just rolled them up and I store them in a sleeve like this, and then I just pop them into, well, right on a shelf, but I just threw that in the back. Mine are normally over on my craft table, just rolled up in a craft and carry workstation, right? They just kind of stand up in the back there. So that's a great use for those as well. You've probably seen me use them with a foil quill. So this little pouch right here I created. So, foil quill, you have all these extra cords and stuff. So you can't really see it here. I think there's a video about this though, but I took the vinyl roll sleeve. The one right here. I'll show you what I did. I took the vinyl roll sleeve. This is the wrong size one, but here it is. Took the sleeve, I cut it You think for a craft girl, I'd have scissors everywhere. Okay, I took the sleeve and I cut it like one of those little gift card boxes, kind of rounded at the bottom, right? And then I just folded it in to make that bottom. So if you have a score board, you can score it and it'll fold better, fold in better, I guess. So now I've created like a gusseted bottom. I'm sorry, I know it's clear, so it's hard to see. And I just put a piece of tape on it. And then I created this little pouch that holds this. So I can store this in my, I've got foil here, and then the tools and some more little foil here. So made an easy way to store all those things together, right? Keep things together you use together. And I just cut up one of these to make that happen. Now you can cut them to any length you want. So if you have two foil quill pens that you want to store, you can just cut it in half. The pen might stick out a little bit at the top. But I also was able to label them. So fine tip, bold tip, so I knew which tip it was. So that's an option for that as well. So they work for things like that. Now, last but not least, I told you I was working on this project, this Cricut project, right? And what do we do when we use a Cricut? We have to store this piece of plastic, right? Which gets lost constantly or gets stuck, I don't know, wherever it might be. Now, whether you're using the 12 by 12 mat or 12 by 24 mat, which this one is, I just roll that up so I don't lose it, stick it in that, and then I just pop it in the craft and carry workstation. And so it just stays there and it's easy to find. It stays clean and I can just roll it right back out. So, and use it when I'm done. So keeping an extra one of these in your craft and carry workstation, especially if you're working with Cricut, it just gives you a place to store that Cricut plastic. Really simple, really easy, easier than putting that back on. So one of the best uses outside of the actual vinyl use is for keeping your Cricut mat thing organized. Okay, got it. All right. Okay, remember, like I said, this is going to be a short Tuesday live today. Remember that if you need to comment in order to get in the drawing for the gift certificate. And I want to ask you, some of you have already commented, but I want to ask all of you. I was in a meeting yesterday, Monday, where we were talking to some sales reps for smaller stores, for your local kind of scrapbook, stamping, card making store. And they said, if we were only going to bring in a small quantity, a small variety of Totally Tiffany products, what would it be? And I thought, I'm going to ask the Tuesday Tribe people, because you know what, like the must-have things when you go into your local scrapbook store or your local stamping store or even a small chain store in your area, what would be most beneficial to you? What are your top 3 to 5 must-have, every crafter should have, Totally Tiffany products that you would love to see walking into or be able to pick up walking into a small chain retailer store? So that's what I want you to put in the comments today. Top 3, maybe top 5 Totally Tiffany products, can't live without, must-have products that you would want to be able to purchase when you went into your local scrapbook store. What are those things for you? What are those things? Okay. All right. Well, you guys are posting that. I think that's the last of the questions. Let me just take a quick, no, it's not. Will you, Scrapping Goddess asks again, will you be attending the Orlando Scrapbook Expo in June? No, I will not. We will not be doing that. But I'll give you another kind of sneak peek piece of information. How many of you, is there a hands up icon in the chat? I wonder How many of you know Paper Wizard, Eric from Paper Wizard? Okay, if you don't, if you're unfamiliar with Paper Wizard, he makes the most amazing die cuts. I mean, they're just amazing. The materials that he uses, the layering techniques, the subject matter, they're just gorgeous. They're a little bit expensive, but they are worth every penny of it. So I used to tell people I use Eric's products to kick off a series of layouts. So if I was going to do Disneyland, for example, I would use his Disney Castle and do like the whole front page in his wonderful layered up products, right? So if you have a graduation or something special, just really beautiful work. Okay, why is that relevant? Because he does a series of shows around the country, pop-up shops. So if you're not on his website or you're not on his email list, I'm going to encourage you to do that, because he just had a great conversation this morning with Kimberly Saldana, who works to coordinate these types of things. And they are interested in carrying our products at their pop-up shows. So get on his email list, know what shows he's going to, because very soon the shows that he is at, he will carry a variety of Totally Tiffany products at those shows. So also Be Creative, who will probably be in Orlando. I'm sorry, I should have brought her up first. Karen at Be Creative, she carries a variety of Totally Tiffany products in her booth as well. So look for the Be Creative booth. And sorry, at the major shows, Eric does his own, he doesn't do scrapbook expos. He does his own shows, and he does the CK events. So get on his website, find out where he's going to be, but they're making just wonderful, wonderful classes and all of those good things. So definitely check in on that. Okay. So we're going to wrap it up a little bit early today. So make sure that you are in the drawing so Leanne can choose your name. I talked about being on with Suzanne. Get Organized Challenge kicks off on Tuesday. Don't forget that. If you are joining us in the Get Organized Challenge, if you've joined us before, you've heard me say this, you know it. If you get a friend to do it with you, you can hold each other accountable, and it makes the odds of you meeting and exceeding your goals are much higher if you are doing it with someone who is holding you accountable and you're holding them accountable. So help a friend be successful, and they'll help you be successful at the same time. Getting your craft supplies organized, kicking off on Tuesday, 9 a.m. right here on Facebook, and also, of course, on the Totally Tiffany YouTube channel. You'll be able to see it in both places. If you can't join us live, you can. That's posted on YouTube right away under the live tab. Sometimes people have trouble finding it, but under the live tab on the Totally Tiffany page, you'll find it there. We also post it on the Get Organized Challenge page on our website after the challenge. So we have to process the video and that kind of stuff, so it takes a while. But on the Get Organized Challenge page, you're also going to find all of the other resources, the downloads, the handouts, and all that kind of thing. If you're doing the Get Organized Challenge, I really recommend that you also sign up for the Get Organized Challenge email list, which Leanne is probably posting the link as I'm speaking to the Get Organized Challenge sign up page. You can sign up there. The nice thing about signing up for the list is you get emails, reminders, follow-ups specific to the Get Organized Challenge. So you know, oh, this is happening at 9 o'clock on Tuesday morning. I need to get my work done. I need to post my progress in Facebook, whatever it is. You're going to get those reminders so that you'll actually show up for class or watch the class recorded later. So that all starts. It's part of our 19th birthday week celebration. 19th birthday week kicks off on Monday. Now I'm going to do some sort of live every day throughout the week. Monday will be a kickoff event with a reveal of a new product. Woo. Tuesday will be Get Organized Challenge. Wednesday, I'm going to be on, I think it's called Craft Around, which is a Crafters TV show. So you would definitely want to know how to get onto Crafters TV. Also, there's a link to that on the Totally Tiffany page, all the way over to the right. Oh no, on the Crafters Companion page, all the way over to the right in the menu bar. So if you're not familiar with Crafters TV, you might want to take a quick peek at that so you know how to join us on Wednesday. Thursday is a regular live. Friday is sort of a free-form Friday. And Saturday is Craft House Takeover. Woo-woo! So that'll be super fun. Always a great show. 2 hours of nothing but Totally Tiffany. on Saturday, also on Crafters TV. And then Sunday is the wrap up. So I'll be on Sunday to say the last few things and answer more questions. And then that will wrap up birthday week. So you don't want to miss out on all that good stuff. Great deals, some double points events, all kinds of fun things going on in birthday week. Okay. So this is my last thing to talk about today, unless there's a question here. Yeah, Leanne just asked me, are you going to make this announcement? Doing it now, Leanne. So Leanne is posting the link, and this is in black and white. I'm sorry, the printer in my office doesn't print in color. We have a brand new, totally Tiffany flippin' book digital catalog. Now you can print it if you prefer to have a printed copy, and then it's easy to flip through and make notes, especially if I'm talking about something in particular. I will tell you, with the Get Organized Challenge, it's great to have this printed out, because as I'm talking about a product or showing a product that you think might work for you or that you have questions about, you can literally find it in your catalog and make those notes. But Meg Lidster, big kudos, woo-woo, at Crafters Companion, has done a really exceptional job getting everything in here linked up, which is an awesome reason for you to have this on your desktop, because most of the products have videos, and she has gone through and linked. You'll see a little like video icon, like play button on each of the products. And you can click that and it'll take you right to the video so you can learn more about that particular product. So she's just really done a stellar job. You'll also find in the text, like especially product categories. I'm going to go to easy to organize right here. I think that's the one that I know. Oh, right here. Let me get mine. So in the text, you'll see things that look like this. And this is a link to download the Buddy Bag Grid, right? So if you haven't done that yet, or you want the most update version of it, you can click on that link, and that will give you the Buddy Bag Grid, which is the short list. I mean, this, list instead of all the pictures of all the different buddy bags. So she's really just done a tremendous job putting this together for us. And here's the other thing. Big spoiler alert. Huge, giant spoiler alert. Because I'm not supposed to talk about this till Monday, but if you download the catalog and you flip through, you will find the new product line that is launching on Monday. So you will get a sneak peek of what that is and how it works and what it looks like. Woo! Right? That's why we come to Tuesday Live, my tribe, to get that kind of info. And it is right in here just for you. So download it, take a peek through, save it on your desktop, print it as a reference, whatever works best for you in terms of learning and remembering. And the beautiful thing is, as we add things to the catalog this year, as we add new videos or more information or more product grids for the different products, all of that will get uploaded to the link that you have, to what's saved on your desktop as that link, so that anytime that catalog gets refreshed, you will have the latest and greatest version as you're flipping through the catalog. So really super fun for that. Tonight on Suzanne's show, we do have a buddy bag bundle and the paper taker bundle on the show tonight. So we're going to talk about those two things. So if you want more information on those, or you want to take advantage of a great buy at HSN on those tonight, tune in for the Suzanne show. All right, everybody. Okay, don't forget, I want to know your top 3 to 5 choices of Totally Tiffany products. What are must-haves? If someone came to you and said, what 3 to 5 products should I start with Totally Tiffany? What would you suggest? That's what I want to know from you, so we can share that information with these small independent stores and hopefully get a few more TT products easy for you to get to at those stores. Okay, so let's talk about a winner. Drum roll, please. Shut the front door. Tracy Ray, you are the winner. Now, I know Tracy Ray very well. So Tracy Ray, now there could be more than one. So this Tracy Ray, if you are Tracy Ray in Texas, mother of Tina, wife of Ed, friend of Tisa, whatever, congratulations, how fun. I hope that's you, because it's fun for me to actually know someone. But if it's a different Tracy Ray, I'm really excited for you too. So whoever you are, and if it's you, Tracy Ray, you should send me a message or send my sister a message. congratulations all around. Whichever Tracy Ray you might be, you need to reach out to prizes at crafterscompanion.com, prizes with an S at crafterscompanion.com. And let them know that you are the winner of today's gift certificate at Tuesday Live with Totally Tiffany and the Tuesday Tribe. All right, my friends, my crafty friends, thanks so much for tuning in. We will be, I know some of you, watch when we do this, our Sassy Crafters Club. So I will definitely make sure and put up a Sassy Crafters video of the projects and of all the ladies. We have such a good time. Well, another spoiler. So many of you have asked about the Crafters Club and how to do it and what projects to choose and that type of thing. And I'm working on something just for those of you who want to start a Crafters Club in your own community. So keep an eye out for that and more updates on that as well. One last update. I asked all of you about doing a podcast and what you would want to hear, or a vlog. I guess it's kind of the same thing. And I put the wheels in motion for that. And so we will be launching the Tiffany Spalding at Life in the Wick podcast in the next couple of weeks. And it's not crafting, so I'm not going to talk too much about it here, but it's just life, just chatting about life. So meet some of my friends and family and hear their perspectives on things. And it should be really fun and a great way to, a great listen. Hopefully I'm going to provide you with a great listen on podcast. So thanks everybody for being here this morning. I am super excited about next week. Super excited to get you to the Get Organized Challenge and get your friends there and get organized, craft more often, have more fun, and invite people in to your crafting world. So thanks for joining me. Have a great week. I will see you next Tuesday. Oh, I'll see you tonight on Suzanne Runyon's HSN.